So, we had two very interesting events for Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact on the last update patch. Star Rail is all about making beverages, and Genshin is all about making potions. To be honest, who in the world would like this kind of slow, non-combat events, right? Well, in fact, I'm quite surprised. I actually really like them. I would even say these particular events are one of my favorite events from both Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. And I've seen some people having similar sentiments in social media. But why though? Why I had such a good time playing these two events? Especially with Genshin, at which most of the time I feel emptiness when playing their events. That's what I'm going to discuss very quickly in today's video. Anyway, welcome back to another discussion video with your grumpy KKaceh. I always make a discussion video for video games, especially for hoyoverse games and Monster Hunter, especially inspecting and analyzing and evaluating their game design and see what makes them good and what makes them bad. So, what if I'm about to say makes your brain start thinking? Do leave a like, and if you're new around here, subscribe to my channel. It will help me a ton and keep making thought-provoking content much like this one. Sorry for yapping, let's just talk about one of the best hoyoverse events to date in my personal opinion. First, I want to acknowledge that not everyone enjoy non-combat events in Star Rail or Genshin. So I understand that some events in Genshin or Star Rails are not for everyone's cup of tea. And you're very welcome to disagree with me. But do provide your reasoning so I can try to understand your point of view. But for those who actually enjoy them, I kind of just want to share why I appreciate this kind of event as a player in two games that I actually care about. So let's just get into the meat of the video. Why do I think this particular event is good? First thing first, because it allows quite a large degree of creativity and it doesn't hold your hand too much, and most importantly, there's no time restriction attached to it, except the event expiry date, which I really dislike about many of Genshin events. And the objective of both events is to deliver a drink that fits the customer requirement. But what's so great about it, most of the time, how you want to achieve them, it is up to you. Because of this flexible gameplay design, there is not a single answer to the results that you're aiming for. And most of the time, less restriction in a video game is better. For Genshin, it really depends on which material you use to make a potion and also how efficient you are at arranging the materials together. So those who actually likes to do things as efficient as possible, like myself, this is a great event as you try multiple different kinds of combinations of ingredients and their placement. It's actually quite fun. As for Star Rail, it is up to you which drink ingredients that you want to use as long as it satisfies the customer requirement. Mixing different kinds of colors of drinks that suits your fancy while also satisfying the customer, it is a lot of fun. And for this event, I always love to use the bigger glass if they allow me, since I want to play around with the color. It kind of reminds me of making a YouTube video, honestly. There are certain topics that people want to hear, and it is up to us on how we want to deliver them. And the second point is that you are able to see the results of your creativity. For Genshin, if you're able to reach a certain level of effects, you will start seeing a potion with two different colors, which looks pretty cool, and there are quite a few variations you can try making. And I found myself really want to make all of the color combinations while also trying to get the best result when it comes to the effects that it can grant it. On the other hand, Star Rail is on another level. There are so many color combinations that you can use. And if you end up stirring the ingredients, you will get another color. Mixing the drink and trying different color combination is actually very fun and relaxing. And you're even able to see them close up. Sometimes I feel good and proud on certain drinks that I make. I had so much fun to the point that during the event, I found myself discarding and redoing the drinks until it suits my taste. Even every now and then, I see myself sometimes coming back to that place, just making a drink or two, and just have fun with some color combination while listening to music just to relax. If only we have a limited amount of drinks in real life that you didn't need to pay for, I would gladly do it in real life. So I don't know how difficult it is to code all of that into the game, but in the future, should there be more events that involves creativity and no time limit, I definitely want to see something at this level. And the third reason, as a bonus, the slow but nice story. Genshin is all about making Mondstadt to be also the nation that leads in alchemy. I guess it's kinda nice to see Mondstadt make some progress over time, but nothing changes in the actual overworld, which one thing that I have always have problem with Genshin, of why can't just they make this certain event permanent and just leave the venue there. On the other hand, Star Rail is a bit on sadder note of a moral discussion that we should ponder about and remember our history as a human species and how far we have come to be able to appreciate one another. If you understand the meaning of the story, you know what I mean. I'm not going into the details of the actual story, but at least we get to see a very pretty NPC. I remember how some streamers reacting to Shioban reveal back at 2.1 live stream, and they were so surprised on how an NPC can be this pretty. I totally believe it's some brush up. I believe she can be a playable character just like Jet from Genshin. Sometimes the NPCs are more interesting than playable characters when it comes to their lore. Overall, I really enjoy my time going through the story and actually feel satisfied that we're making Shioban Bar crowded with people. To make a quick comparison, so we can see why this particular event is good. With Genshin, most of the events are either combat, puzzle, or small mini games that only require some button clicking and timing, like the duel, the sniping minigame, which are very fun, but not exactly sophisticated. Maybe except for the Labyrinth Warrior event, the combat events are not that challenging, not exactly fun. On the other hand, minigame except Wind Trace and maybe the tower defense, the rest are not that memorable for me, since I don't ever remember me thinking that hard when it comes to Genshin event. And I'm glad the potion making event made me do that. And it is such a nice change of pace, at least for me. As for Star Rail, permanent events have always been a pleasure since they always have a lot of degree of creativity and freedom in it. Combat's event, some of them are easy, but some of them are actually requires you to have a proper team to get the maximum rewards. And of course, they provide ample of opportunity to self-insert as if you're actually the trailblazer. Oh, by the way, at which I'm planning to make a case study video for Honkai Star Rail events on why it's so special. Look forward to that as well. So that's why I think these two events are one of the best events in hoyoverse games, even though it doesn't involve combat at all. I don't know about Honkai Impact, so I can't say for sure about that game. So personally, I really enjoy saying that the fruits of our labor can be seen in physical form in-game, not just a text or a predetermined assets, and allowing ourselves as a player to express our creativity is one of the most enjoyable things in video games. For sure, I really want to have more events, much like this one. I don't doubt that Honkai Star Rail will always keep delivering fun and creative permanent events, but I'm not so sure about Genshin. I hope this event is still quite fresh in people's mind. I've been wanting to discuss about this topic since towards the end of patch 2.1 of Honkai Star Rail, but so many things were needed to be talked about, so it has been pushed this far. Before I close, I want to mention that the Star Rail event is so fun and that someone in real life is actually trying to make those particular drinks. I will link the video in the description. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this quick video. I'm currently working on a slightly longer video talking about stories like Brother Hanu stories, Let Me Cook for a While, and some more game design discussion with some case study, and I'm expecting Star Rail event as the first topic. Look forward to those as well. The next video, stay sharp gamers.
Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe!